Okay, that's gonna be good enough. It's currently 9:08, and it is October 30th, which means tomorrow is Halloween, and I want to make a costume tonight. There's this cosplay contest thing going on at my college campus that probably no one's gonna do, and I'm probably gonna be like the only person dressed up, but you know, hey. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know how to explain this. I made a TikTok, with the little, can I have a peppermint? You can have a peppermint. That's too hard for me. I made a TikTok for that character after I styled this wig that I low-key destroyed from my first ever cosplay that I did, where my friend invited me, and I was like, you know what, I can do it in a day. And like, thinking about it now, I'm kind of doing the same exact thing again tonight that I did that night, where I was like, I can do it. And you know what, I did it that day, and I'm proud of myself. Even if my face was chipping off halfway through the convention, I still made it, and I still did it, and I'll put pictures. Ooh, look at that.
Okay, because I'm cheap, I wore this wig the whole day, and then I ruined it that night to like fix it. That's what it looked like, and then I had to like try and redo it again because I'm not gonna buy a new wig. So this is me trying to make it the first time, and later in the video you'll see me fixing what I ruined.
Tonight I'm gonna finish this cosplay. If I get the time to do it, but I'm gonna try. I was gonna make a whole cane and everything, but I don't think that's realistic, so we're not doing that. But I didn't even say what I'm doing. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna try and create the Mr. Mint character from Candyland. I'll put pictures and stuff, but I'm gonna try and do him in my style based off of stuff that I've already made and stuff I have in my fabric bin and closet. So it's not going to be like one-to-one recreation, because low-key, they don't even make one-to-one recreations. They like switch that man's face up. Anyway, I'm going over to voiceover me, who's probably already done. Okay, I've laid things out. So this is going to be my little like leg warmer / leg things. And I just have these bows just in case I need to add accessories and stuff. I already showed you the moldy shorts, but if you can see, there is literal mold growing on the shorts. So I'm gonna have to clean these deeply. I'm gonna put these underneath so you can kind of see some red through. This doesn't matter anymore because I cut these off, so these are gone. These are the legs. Then I have these gloves. I didn't find the same pairs. They're both left hands, but it's gonna work. It'll be like, ooh, different. And then I have my clown ruffles. This was like one of the first ever clown ruffle thing I made. It was for my hands. I'm gonna try and make fake suspenders using elastic and then sewing these bands to make those. And I need to make like peppermint stuff for these, like for accessories. Then I have a shirt that I cut up for a different project that I think will work because it's like low-key a crop top shirt with a neck thing. And then I'm gonna put this shirt under that shirt, and then I'm gonna put this corset on top. It'll make sense when you see the final thing, but... And then I also have this clown collar.
Okay, this... I don't know how the footage translated, but I was gonna show the clown collar, but I feel like that wouldn't make sense unless you, like, see the actual footage of me making it. So here's me making the thing, and it all started because I had this character. I'll put the image up, but I had this character idea, and so I was like, oh, I want to make that real, and you can see the wig in the background too. That was the wig before I... Oh, here's a little ASMR. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, I had to hand sew this thing and everything. Like, I think I like stabbed my fingers a couple of times, but low-key this was the best clown ruffle collar that I made so far. I think like they're called Victorian ruffs or Edwardian ruffs or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it took me a while to finish it, and then after I was done, I was like, this doesn't look anything like my original character that I made. But you'll see. Here's some photos of like it done and like the final product and everything, and I was like, ooh.
And see how like the ribbon matches, because this was from this project, but I never used this ribbon. So I'm going to use my clown ruffle collar and it has like a little peppermint design underneath. And I'm gonna put that on top of everything. So it looks like the plan looks like it makes sense. I just have to make it work.
Okay, this is when I got started. You can literally hear me scraping off the mold. I had to go into my bins in the back of my things to find dye that I already used. And this is just me dip dyeing that night because I was going crazy. And I didn't even use these. These were like sleeve warmers, or you know, like the little things people wear on their arms. And these are the shorts. The short dye actually came out really good. You can literally see where the mold stain is. It was bubblegum that I sat in, I think, and then I just like put it in my scrap drawer because I was like, oh, hear me, ooh, more sewing, fun. Here is me dumping said concoction out in my bathtub. This went everywhere, and I had to use at least 3 washes of bleach. Not bleach, but like Clorox spray to get the stain from my bathtub out, because it looked like a horror scene. You'll see even more footage of me doing that in a second, but like I had to constantly wash this, because you're supposed to wash your fabric before it dries, and it was still wet like an hour before I went to this costume contest thing at my campus. So I hung it out to dry, but that only did so much. Anyway, here's me making the leg warmers. I just attached a piece of scrap fabric I had to the things I showed earlier, and here's the shoes basically finished. I just used Crocs that I had. And here's more hand sewing. I had to hand sew those suspenders, fake suspenders, onto my shorts. So, yeah. Just, you can literally see the donut going down every once in a while, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay, this is the wig. I hot glued it to, like, it was a mess. I had to, you'll see what I had to do, but I had to take this thing apart, because it was just, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, calm down. And I got my perfect peppermint, yeah, so I had to cut it off to even get it decent. So there's like a bald patch, technically, if you look close enough. But it's covered up now. So brushing this thing out, you can literally like see the dust particles going in the air, because I used this like I used this really cheap hairspray the first time I made this wig. Oh. Wow. So cute. Oh, and then I washed it, because there was literal like, it just like, it felt like you could feel the hairspray inside of it. If you know the texture, you know the texture. But it felt like I was washing like a carcass or like a animal hide. It just like, it was just not cute. And I was just mainly trying to get those red marker pieces out, because I originally, oh my god, I originally used marker to make the little stripes. Anyway, here's it dried, and low key the styling stayed for some reason, which was like cool thing. And then I like brushed it out to death, so it turned into this chic bob. Okay, this is a while ahead. This is like me dyeing it, and this is why I said like carcass, because I was using that red dye that I used for the shorts in a spray bottle. Don't use fabric dye in hair if the fabric dye you're using isn't polyester fabric dye. Learn that the hard way. It did not stick at all, and I coated it like 100 times, and low-key, if I ever get this wig wet, it's just gonna go back to being normal. But yeah, I separated these parts into like this Draculaura-esque haircut, like what's it called, checkered dye pattern thing. You see what I mean. But there's one big section in the back, and then like 4 small sections in the front, and then like this little poofy piece at the top. But it dried decently well, and I was like, oh wow, okay, so the color took really good. And then I brushed out certain parts, and I realized, oh, if I brush it out, it just breaks off and there's no color left. So here's me learning that the hard way while brushing. You can kind of see it turning pink when I'm doing this if you look close enough. See how it like gets lighter? So then I just realized, oh, I can't really brush this out. I'm just going to have to style it. So this is just me learning the hard way, like, don't use this dye again. Also, my hand's turning progressively red, if you can see that. They stayed stained red for like a good week. Oh, more ASMR of me taking needles out of the thing so I could get the hair parts. And the hair parts, synthetic hair, it stays wherever you heat it up. So these little poofs, I had to reheat them back down. And this is so pretty. Oh my god, I missed when it looked like this. And then I completely jacked up these bangs. I don't know how I like went into panic mode off screen that night, and I was like, oh my god, I messed this up so bad. And then I had to just go into like no recording fixing this, because you don't even get to see the footage of me fixing it. But here's the like, that's the last time you'll see that wig looking like that. Like, it doesn't look bad anymore, but like the bangs got so short, and I just had to start chopping and chopping, because I thought I can put acrylic paint in this hair and it'll make sense, but no. Anyway, here's how I made these little candy accessories that I have. I just used Model It because it was like night before and I needed something that could dry fast, and then I made peppermint mock-ups based off of like an actual peppermint candy that I had. So like kind of decently realistic, but also very rushed, as you can tell. And I put on like a coat of protective varnish on top, and then Mod Podge for the shiny glossy candy effect. So it ended up looking decent. Like, you can see, this is the spray coat, and then I added Mod Podge on top to make it even shinier. But as you can see in this wig right now, this is it after I completely ruined it, basically, and like had to fix it a second time. So this is already styled, and this is me adding Mod Podge the day of when I was like in panic mode. But I think I eventually got it done, and this is how it looks. You see how like thin the bangs are compared to what they were before? It looks realistic and like more like hair, so I kind of like the way it turned out, but I was in panic mode, and that yeah, I learned from my mistakes last time of using hot glue, and then I just ended up doing it again, putting a whole bunch of stuff in to like look like a Decora-esque style. But I was low-key just trying to hide the parts that I completely ruined when I cut the bangs. So this is me like fixing my mistakes while also just adding stuff to make it look nice. It's like when you add glitter to an eyeshadow to make the eyeshadow not look terrible because you ruined it. So that's kind of me adding my glitter in an aspect to like make it look presentable. But I was done, then I just had to continue making accessories, and I started making like little hair clips and stuff because I was like, oh wait, this is turning out cute. Let me just lean into the Decora style fashion of it all. And I made these like accessories that you can take off and on that I actually low-key think really look cute even without the wig. So here's me putting on the wig for the first time, and it looks more like my original drawing. Back to the day of when I'm like scaredly when I'm hurriedly styling myself and getting into powder and a whole bunch of other stuff to look like this character from a 2013 board game. But yeah, I just like low-key just I was in power mode because I had to get done while the light was still out, and here's it. Wow, look at that. Yeah.
Job well done! You've really earned your stripes, Candy Kid. Here's your own personal peppermint candy cane.
So I finished. Yay! Yay! Yeah, now I have to go walk from my parking spot, which is not close to the event at all, to get to my area at campus. And also I came a little early because I wanted to go to a different event, but now I've been like sitting in the car for too long that I feel like I'm gonna like not be there at the right time or whatever. Also, there's literally a train, so I have to wait for the train to pass. But yeah, I did it. Also also I had to cut these pieces out, which was fun, but like I'll get footage if I do anything crazy. Also, I'll take photos and videos of the final thing at the end, but like low-key right now, it kind of looks good. Also, I made this nose. I think I showed a little bit of the footage. Oh, I think I left it at home. Anyway, it didn't look good. I put it on and it didn't look right, so I just did a little painting at the end of my nose, and I was like, yeah, looks close enough. But yeah. I like walked around one time and then I left. So hopes up on the cosplay thing, and I'll give you an update probably at my house, because I probably won't take photos. But if I win the contest, maybe I'll ask someone to take a photo of me holding like a little yay, but I probably won't, so it's fine. Also, like, my eye keeps watering and it looks like I'm crying, but I swear I'm not. It's just the contact.
But this makeup's low-key holding up really well. It's just powder. I don't know how that's happening. But, yeah, that's kind of where we're at, so.
I'm looking for Sean, who is cosplaying Mr. Mix.
Hold it, you got it.
Good job.
Thank you.
And our first place winner is Mr. Mix.
Okay, no. Just like, so you can see, I'm back from the event. I ended up actually winning the cosplay contest, and I got these cute little prizes. It was a student-led event, so there's not like money prizes, but I knew that going into it, which is fine. But I got like this really cute poster, and I got a ramen bowl. But I low-key didn't expect to win, to be honest. For having made it the night before, it came out good, and for using stuff in my closet, really good. And I didn't even show the full outfit, so let me like, don't mind my messy room. I literally like ruined my whole entire, like, oh, I don't even have the gloves on anymore because I'm about to eat some McDonald's that I ended up getting because that's where we went after the event. But I did have fun.
Let yourself go, and don't forget, you gotta have fun. Try something new. It's so good for you.
And like, I low-key did a lot. And I'm taking this wig off because it's hurting my scalp. So I was gonna make like TikTok videos and everything else, but that's just not happening. And yeah, the fact that I can fit all my curly hair under this wig is a marvel in and of itself. That's kind of it. I need to take these contacts out and then I'm gonna start eating my food.